They're kind of all over the place really, and I'm not happy with the way that they look. They're kind of tilting inwards and twisting around, which will only get worse with time. So I'm just about to have the 6-month smile, which is like train track braces. It's brackets fitted to each tooth that are clear with retaining wires as well. There is a bit of a stigma attached to it, simply because you don't expect to see adults with braces really. Mine have gradually over the years kind of twisted around and look a bit like tombstones now, so I'm looking forward to having some very nice straight teeth. I went for my consultation for the 6-month smile about a week ago now, and today I came in to have my mouldings done, which is a tray filled with a kind of gooey jelly stuff that you pop into your teeth, and it takes an impression and a moulding of where they are at the moment. It's also used to sort of kind of chart progress and for them to know at the dentist exactly how much to do to what tooth. I kind of want to show adults out there that it's never too late to have the perfect teeth. My teeth have bothered me for years now, and they are getting worse over time. I've noticed every time I've gone for a 6-month check that my teeth are kind of tilted in a little bit further each time. Unfortunately, when teeth start moving, they don't stop moving, so you have to put something in place to hold them and refrain them from going out of alignment again. So hopefully in doing it now, it means that it's less of a job than in 5 years or 10 years time. Each month I'll return to the dentist and have the braces tightened to move the teeth accordingly. Hopefully between 6 to 9 months it should all be sorted out, but if it needs to be longer, then it will be longer. The prices range for this procedure between £1,000 to £3,000. I'm having my top and bottom teeth straightened. My appointment's in like an hour's time. For the last time in a year now that you're going to see my teeth like this. Now that it's actually going to happen, it's like, oh God. But at the same time, every day that passes is like one day less. I've just arrived for my appointment at the dentist. As you can see, I'm outside. I'm about to go and have my treatment. My appointment was 1 hour and 10 minutes, and here they are. Even though it doesn't hurt at the moment, by tomorrow it may start to ache as the teeth are held in to the bone of the jaw with like ligaments and things. And as the wires try to correct themselves, they return to the shape that they originally were, which is a kind of horseshoe. You can see they're really wonky on the bottom. And the wires have a kind of memory, so they're going to try and return to a straight line. And that's what pulls the teeth into position. It feels really strange trying to talk, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I just need to get used to speaking again. And if the brackets start rubbing on the lips and becoming sore, you just take a stick of wax and you put it around the edge, and then that makes it a bit more comfortable. I can take painkillers if it aches, as of now really, because I've just had them put on. It doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. It's just like having like a load of toffee stuck all over your teeth. That's the kind of feeling where you just want to pick it off. When I tried to bite down, my teeth wouldn't close. My top teeth were hitting the brace. So I have one filling here and one filling here at the bottom of the jaw. And that's to raise my teeth up ever so slightly so that when I bite, the top teeth meet it at the highest point, and then I don't hit my teeth onto the bracket and knock it off. When I bite down now, my teeth meet with like a gap between them. So I just have to get used to chewing again. It's just some vegetarian broth. And little bits of rice and pasta in there. Hopefully it's a bit easier to eat. I'm just going to have a little bit now. This is my first ever mouthful to kind of see how it affects my teeth. Okay, well, it was really, really strange because I couldn't chew that at all. It felt like it was too small for my mouth. I'm aiming for the back teeth, but nothing's really going on. I can see that I might have to blend quite a lot of food here, as I'm going to be choking on my food. It is now 6 days since my treatment, and I've really got used to talking now. And although I'll never actually be able to properly chew, I can definitely have more solid food and stuff, so the meals are a lot easier and I'm getting food, which is great. Started off with soup and things, so everything that was kind of pureed and liquidized. And I kind of put it in the middle of my mouth, swirled it around and then swallowed it. I then moved on to baked beans, which are really nice, just to have a kind of semi-solid meal. And I cooked it slow with mushrooms and garlic, so it literally fell apart in the mouth. And again, I kind of mushed it up with my tongue as I couldn't chew. I had lots of ice cream, which is great because it's nice and sunny outside. Rice pudding, and like cream spinach in a cheese sauce, really slow cooked potatoes that kind of mush up, smooth things that you could kind of swish around in your mouth and swallow. You kind of get used to eating. I aim for the back teeth as opposed to the front. You're not really going to make it that much smaller than what it is on your plate. So as long as you chop it up quite finely, then you're able to eat pretty normal really. I eat my food a lot quicker now because I don't have to chew it so much. I do kind of feel like my face is sticking out of it, just where the braces are. It feels like my lips are slightly enlarged, but people haven't really noticed that I've got them on, which is quite good. And when I smile, I kind of shut my mouth and smile instead of having my teeth open. The sensation of my mouth has changed from, I would say, it kind of felt like I'd been hit in the mouth and my teeth felt tender, like they were going to fall out. Now, my teeth don't feel of anything, but I can feel the braces. They don't ache, they're not sore, they're not hot or cold or anything like that. They're not tender at all now. I'm kind of getting used to it. I haven't used my wax at all. I didn't like the thought of having to pick food and wax out of your teeth. Brushing is absolutely fine. I brush as normal. I can't floss just because the wires are in the way, but I do still use a mouthwash and I brush twice a day. So hopefully it keeps them clean and fresh and everything. I have my next appointment in 3 weeks' time. If there's plaque building, then I'm sure that he could help to remove that at my next appointment. It's been 6 days since my treatment and I'm literally back to normal now. Now day 19 and I've just been to go and see the dentist. The wires were taken off. I had gaps between my teeth filed with a metal kind of gritty sandpaper. And it felt a bit like biting down on a fork. It was a bit horrible, but it wasn't painful. It was more uncomfortable, really. My teeth were filed to create spaces, so I just had the brackets on, wires taken off. The wires weren't actually changed, the same ones we used. Rubber bands that hold them on, they were replaced because the dentist said that over time they get weaker and they don't hold the wires tight. So new bands were fitted and now it feels really tight. My teeth are a little bit funny again, so I'm not talking as well as I was. There is a difference in how bendy the wires are. To start with, they were very higgledy-piggledy, kind of like a roller coaster going up and down. And now they're looking relatively straight. So even though my teeth are still wonky, it has pulled them into line. I'm eating absolutely fine now. I'm brushing my teeth fine, and everything's okay. So it has been really easy. My teeth have completely finished their treatment. So as I've chosen to have a wire fitted to the back of my teeth, I then had to wait 2 weeks to be able to have the mouldings taken and the wire created. So I could have had either a gum shield that you put in at night or a wire that you leave on your teeth 24/7 and it just kind of keeps it where it should be. For them to be able to take the mouldings of where my teeth are now in their final position, they had to put a putty over my braces. My top 2 teeth here were the final ones to move. They had overlapped, so they were coming back next to each other. And there was a chain tensioner that had been used to push the teeth. And they were very tender at the time. So the putty goes in as you first do when you take the original mouldings for the teeth. But because it's stuck to all of your braces, to get it off, it felt like my top jaw was going to snap sideways, that all the teeth at once were just going to shatter and fall out. And it was quite horrendous. It left me in a cold sweat and my eyes were streaming with water. And I had to put my hands up and ask him to stop 2 or 3 times just because the delicate teeth and the aching that I'd had that day really didn't help with trying to sort of wiggle it out. So throughout the entire treatment, everything that I've had done up until today, taking the mouldings to remove the braces was the most painful for me. But that was only on the upper teeth. The bottom teeth I had no pain with. It was tight to wiggle it out, but it didn't hurt me at all. And I think if I hadn't have had those 2 tender teeth that would just been tensioned with a chain, then I probably wouldn't have been in any pain. But for me, the whole treatment has just been absolutely amazing. It's been so quick and I'm so pleased with the results. I actually went to my dentist quite frequently to have the braces reattached when they broke off, and that has resultantly led to my teeth being healed a lot quicker than they would have been. Now that my teeth have been pulled into correct alignment, I have a chip on my tooth, which I never noticed before because it was tucked away behind the other one. So now that it's come forward, there's a piece missing, and I'm going to have that rebuilt. Oh my God, what a difference it makes. The appointment lasted just over an hour. And whilst I was there, I had the wires fitted on the back of my teeth. It goes top and bottom behind the teeth. They were put on first just to make sure that they fit properly. To get the braces off, it didn't hurt at all. It felt like a nutcracker crunching cereal. It wasn't painful, it didn't pull the teeth. It just sounded like a little crunching noise. And as he crunched them off, I was like, yes, it was the biggest relief ever. And instantly my mouth just felt so big. He then had to use a drill to remove any of the glue or substance left on the teeth. Water suction they put into the mouth to catch any kind of blowy off bits, so you don't choke or get wet or anything. The drill did smell a bit strange. I've never had a drill used before, and it kind of reminded me of burning clothes when you do your ironing. Again, I didn't really feel anything because it was on the surface of the tooth. And then after that, he used a kind of wire buffer thing to polish the teeth. I then had the blocks of filler removed from my back teeth. Now I can close my mouth. I can bite my food, I can grind my food, I can eat like a normal human. I love my new teeth, they feel brilliant. And as I said before, I'm having this one filled just there, just the corner where it's chipped off. And I'm also going to have them whitened first and then filled so that they're just perfectly straight and beautiful. Having the wires on the back of my teeth I thought would be quite difficult. Because they said for a while you're going to be poking it with your tongue and it just affects the inside space of your mouth. So the braces before were on the outside of my teeth, causing me to kind of go like that. And now the wires are built up on the inside of my teeth, which again just kind of throws the balance of how you speak. Built up a kind of bank of filling, I guess, around it, just to keep it in place. And it only goes on the very front once the front teeth are maintained in position. Nothing can ever move again. It took 147 days in total, which is just over 4 months. And incredible considering that I was quoted 2 years. Having the perfect smile is absolutely priceless. And for £3,000, I think it's money well spent, and it was so convenient and quick. I would recommend it to everybody. So happy smiles, and I hope you all enjoy your journeys. Six-month smile in 4 months. Amazing.